I light up my pipe to see who was coming to visit. As we hike into town, caddies are ahead of me on the trail. You guys are ahead of me. You will need a cap or a chest protector, I say. I need 2 pair of pants and an extra sweater in this chilly weather. Then this rhyme came to mind. Son, do you see all these people? Who are they? My children, go astray. Let's go to a sunny coast. But our people are hungry and lost. We should make someone king and give him a chest. But all of those kings became evil.
He came to me to run his articles. He had the poems and stories and things of that nature. I didn't know him other than the fact that he would come into the shop. He'd come into the shop twice a week. He did it for years and years and years. Never allowed me to donate. And I say, Josh, go ahead and take him. He would say, no, I can't do that. He said, this is my business, and I'm making money doing this, and it wouldn't be fair for me to charge people if you gave this to me.
I remember when I worked at Winn-Dixie across from Burger King. We went to eat there one night on break, and Joshua rolled the biggest joints I've ever seen and smoked it down to the ashes. Nobody seemed to mind. They were like, that's just Joshua.
The hospitality house was located right on King Street. Okay. And so I volunteered to go there. I'd go there like 2 or 3 times a week at 5 in the afternoon, be there for kind of resident check and for dinner and on until midnight when a permanent staff person came on. And Joshua frequently ate a dinner meal. He lived in a tent or a teepee. A while, it was actually kind of in downtown Boone in a kind of a vacant lot, but I think they ran him out of there. So it was located up in the woods, somewhere, south of campus.
I lived on Deck Hill for a time, and he had a little shanty off a side road there. He would walk past our house on his way home. We would leave him extra food. We never said much to each other, just acknowledging nods as we passed. One day my sister said he was very angry and didn't want our handouts anymore. So we stopped, but I worried about him. We all did. We would go walking on the little mountain where his shanty was, so I knew where it was. One day after I saw him leave, I went to check it out. He had many empty cans of cat food there. It was the most basic of basic structures. I couldn't believe he survived the winters in such a place. I walked home crying.
He had, you heard all kinds of stories too, that he used to eat his cats. He had, well, I never went to his camp, but he told me he had dozens of cats that he took care of that were stray cats, and that he would feed them and take care of them and whatnot. But that was also a rumor, was that he ate cats.
Once I saw him in Walmart shaking cans of Fancy Feast cat food. He would shake the can and then hold it up to his ear, listening for something.
He was a little unusual, and I know he did have some medicine.
Okay.
And every once in a while, he wouldn't get to the drugstore or something, and he would be I think a little schizophrenic possibly, or something. Something wasn't quite right, and he would tell me, well, I have to go get my medicine after I leave here. I haven't gotten my medicine yet. So he was getting some medicine from the drugstore or something for it. And every once in a while he'd be kind of bad, and he'd be swinging his arms and sort of talking out the window a little bit, and I'd have to go distract him and say, hey Josh, and he'd say, oh okay, yeah, I'm all right. Too much. A lot of times, like I say, a lot of times it'd come in and it would be a sort of a repeat performance over and over and over, because he was very consistent.
Every month should be like August. Suppose the idyllic warmth would last. Suppose trees would remain green forever. Mantis, caterpillars, foxes, even plants all know their purpose. That's the object of life, to know your purpose, and no man will teach another man.
I worked at the newspaper during this whole time. and what we learned was that he'd been hospitalized following a stroke near the Burger King on Boone Heights. He was eventually taken to Baptist Hospital in Winston, where authorities tried to find his next of kin. He apparently had some family in Texas, one of whom took him into custody and brought him out west. That was the last we'd heard on him, though, and didn't hear anything of him in Boone afterward.